today I'm going to break down what most people actually miss and how a Roth conversion done wrong can actually cost you more in taxes, not less. I'm Kyle Hammerschmidt. This is Tax-Proof Your Retirement. We help self-made 401k and IRA millionaires keep more and pay less in retirement taxes. Using our 5-seed system to connect your investments to the income with healthcare, taxes, and even legacy into one clear strategy. So let's unpack what a Roth conversion should actually look like and the questions you need to ask before you move a single dollar. Let's begin with the Roth conversion WAG, a wild ass guess. Here's what it looks like. That's when someone converts a big chunk of their IRA or takes action on what we call a half-ass Roth conversion without thinking through the impact. Excuse my French, by the way. Over the past 2 weeks, 12 households have come through and met with our team for a fit visit. 9 of them were not doing any type of tax strategy, and the other 3 got what we call canned tax advice. One of them said, well, my tax preparer told us to fill up the 22% bracket. This is what I call advice in a can, without knowing if this actually moves the needle or it costs them tax dollars now and in the future. The other 2 households were told by their advisors, who don't give any advice, convert 25,000 and 30,000 respectively. Like, no previous conversations, no follow-up plan, no discussion about how to pay the taxes, estimated withholding. Is there more Roth conversions to do after this? No tax returns were collected previously. No idea on does it actually save them taxes in the future? And this is what I call the wild ass guess tax plan. No plan for how to pay the tax bill. No clue where the Roth funds are invested. No idea how it fits into their income plan. And if that's you, you're not doing tax planning. You're just moving money around, because Roth conversions are the flavor of the year, the flavor of the month. Maybe you read about it online, but Roth conversions are not the strategy. They are a tool inside the broader plan, or a piece of your puzzle that you need to put together. So here's what a real Roth plan looks like. Mike is 57, wants really one thing. He wants to retire at 61, live on $8,500 a month confidently and tax efficiently. He currently has 1.8 in pre-tax accounts like 401ks and IRAs. So here's the plan we built high level. Spin from Roth and after-tax accounts first to keep MAGI low, modified adjusted gross income. Claim Social Security at 62 to create early income stability. Execute a 4-year Roth conversion strategy, not just to check a box, but to reduce future RMDs, IRMAA surprises, increase tax diversification. And to be honest, a smart Roth conversion plan usually isn't 1 year or 2 years. It's done over 4 to 10 years, not over your lifetime. No one's going to stick to that. It's not about getting quick wins. It's about long-term control. This is just straight honesty. Financial planning, retirement planning, long-term planning isn't meant for someone who's short-term minded. It's about the long-term control. Planning for the next 10, 20, 30 years, not just right now. So this gives Mike flexibility in the early years of retirement and control in the later ones, because retirement isn't just about income. It's about making smart moves now that pay off for decades to come, because all types of surprises are going to come your way. So here are the big Roth questions that we actually walk through with our clients, because it's important to understand. 1, how are you paying the taxes? That's very important, because there's misconception there. Option 1 is use cash or brokerage funds, sell long-term gains instead of creating taxable IRA income. Option 2, if you're working and saving, you're going to relocate 401k contributions and contribute to the match, and then use the rest of that money to go to your bank account to pay the tax conversion. And then we're going to contribute up to the match and then use the money you weren't saving to go directly to your bank account taxed. Write a check for estimated quarterly taxes. Option 3 is we do this sometimes where it makes sense. You can use your Social Security income to cover the tax bill and reduce future IRA balances. So we have some households that are going to retire before 66, 67, or 65. And I know all the calculators are going to say wait longer to get more, but we have to balance now and not sacrifice the future. And so sometimes we're going to claim Social Security early to cover the tax bill and reduce future IRA balances. So husband, wife retired already at 63, we're going to claim their Social Security. We're not going to use it to live on to cover expenses. We're going to spend down the IRA maybe, or live on 401k or brokerage. But if we're bringing in $20, $30, $40, $50,000 a year from Social Security, the intention is for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, we're actually just going to send it right back, paying estimated quarterly taxes. We're going to use Social Security money to move money from IRAs to the Roth. Again, it's not everyone should do it, But it's a consideration you need to think about. And then at some point when the Roth conversion strategy is done, then you would start living on that plus your Roth and IRA or whatever balance you have. And then option 4 is just withhold taxes from your IRA. It is the last resort, but it's still like, if that's the only option, it doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. And there's a lot of misconception like, well, if I kept my money in there and compounds and grows, I just do like a simple example, like Roth IRAs and IRAs are equal if like taxes stayed the same. But here's like a way to think about this. You have 800,000 in your Roth, $1 million in your IRA. What's worth more? Well, this one looks better. It's worth $1 million. Let's say your $800,000 Roth makes 10%. You made $80,000. 100% of that is yours. So all things being equal, they're the same. Now, if taxes ever go up, Roth wins. If taxes ever go down, IRA wins. And if taxes stay the same, they're equal. But understand a Roth distribution does not make your Social Security more taxable, number one. You could use it to battle inflation over time, and then it doesn't impact your IRMAA. And then number 3, if you're married, your spouse can have tax-free income to live on because the single versus joint brackets change. And then whoever gets your money after you doesn't have to pay your taxes. So there's a lot of things like outside the math. I'm not like everything should go to Roth, convert it all, but you have to have a balance to say over the next 30 years if tax laws change, am I going to be in a position if they go up or deductions go down or something happens, or I have to sell more shares to get what I want. So don't put yourself in a lose-lose situation just because you have to sell shares to convert, because at the end of the day, you're going to have to do that in the future. It might be even at a higher tax bracket, make your Social Security more taxable, make you pay more for IRMAA, RMDs are higher, spouses pay. So there's all these different things. So the first one is, where's that Roth money going? If it's just sitting in bonds, well, what the heck was the point of moving it over? Roth money should be a position for tax-free growth. Number 2, how does it fit in with your withdrawal plan? Like a household couple that I'm working with came in year 3 of 6 of their Roth conversion plan. They still have 4.1 in pre-tax. We accelerated Roth conversions due to the market pulling back so that we did more than we planned on because prices were down. So we had like the plan in place, but knowing that, hey, this could change, like, hey, if there's a market adjustment, which happened because of the tariff trade-off, we took advantage of it, moved money from IRAs to Roth, market's gone up, tax-free growth, higher prices. And now we're living on that monthly income from their Roth for the next couple of months to stay under IRMAA brackets because one of the spouses just retired in June. So we actually had to flip the script to stay under brackets because we converted more. And now we're actually going to live on the Roth for a handful of months sooner than we anticipated. So I have a 61-year-old female that is retiring at 62. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to claim Social Security at 62, live on IRA withdrawals up to the ACA limit, and cover the rest of the money she needs from the Roth, saving her $15,000 per year on healthcare premiums. The next one is like, how does it impact your Social Security and your Medicare in 5 to 10 years? So high level, let's say we have a household with $70,000 in household Social Security. 85% of that shows up on the tax return every single year as taxable income, which equates to $393,000 in lifetime Social Security taxes at 22% average. Again, this is 100% avoidable just with Roth planning. Next, like, what's your time horizon? This is super important. Are you 60, 63, 64? You have to be surgical in your approach. Are you 55, 50? You've got 5 to 10 year window of more flexibility to optimize. So again, it's strategy. It's not guesswork or deal with it later. Look at your portfolio. If you have 1 to 10 million in IRAs and 401ks, map out every withdrawal against your tax brackets, your IRMAA thresholds, Social Security strategy, your required minimum distributions, and your lifestyle goals. We often execute Roth conversions typically over 4 to a 10-year horizon, not all at once. It's not just fill up your bracket. There needs to be a target, a reason, and a result. Sometimes we pause conversions due to inheritance or even health costs. Other times we speed them up to get ahead of tax hikes or markets pulled back. This isn't a guessing game. It's math plus life goals equals the strategy. So the 5-seat system in action here. So income. Roths can smooth out income curves and reduce tax cliffs. Tax reduces lifetime taxes, not just the same year. Third, investments. Roths are positioned for growth, so don't park those in bonds or target date funds. Healthcare is number 4. Avoid IRMAA and ACA cliffs. You're going to retire early. Legacy is number 5. Tax-free Roths equal flexibility for heirs under the 10-year rule and for surviving spouses to allow them to access tax-free income. When you have all these 5 areas working together, Roth becomes more than just a side account. It becomes flexible, a tax-efficient income stream for the next 30 plus years. Look at it like a Swiss Army knife. So before you just jump on the Roth bandwagon, ask yourself this: am I just converting to say I did? Or is this part of a real integrated plan looking at all areas of your life? Most advisors don't start with your tax return. And if they're not coordinating your income and your taxes and your healthcare and your investments now and plotting this out over the future, that's not planning. That is a transaction. If you're a self-made 7-figure saver and you want to do this right, I ask you to do this. Go to the link in the description, book a fit call with our team, explore our one-time engagement where we can actually create a retirement plan for you. We'll review your accounts, run real Roth scenarios, build a strategy that works beyond this year's tax return. And after the plan visit, you can decide the next step. You can do it yourself, where you're going to manage your own investments and your ongoing financial planning. You could take our advice in this plan and give it to your current advisor, or you can move on to phase 2 and engage with us on an ongoing basis, and you can go live your best life. This is Tax Proof Your Retirement. I'm Kyle Hammerschmidt. Let's help you keep more and spend it with confidence.